Hi guys, how you all doing? Good to have you here. So I have a video from Candace that I'll be reacting to, and it says why you are gay. Guys, let's check it out.
So Uganda's legislature has just passed a harsh new anti-LGBTQ bill. The Ugandan lawmakers passed a bill which prescribes jail terms of up to 10 years for offenses related to same-sex relations, responding to a popular sentiment that was putting more pressure on East African countries regarding the LGBTQ movement. Now, I talk about this all the time. These are the opposite extremes. You know, in our country, we have people that are fighting to pass pieces of legislations essentially to go after children and to indoctrinate them, talking to them about sexuality, making them believe that they can pick their gender and that it doesn't really matter what parts they're born with. Of course, it does matter what parts you're born with, and you can never just pick your gender. So we have this extreme. Then you have the other extreme where they're basically making these sorts of bills that are going to jail people for being gay. Now, like I said, predictably, this caused a reaction in the West. Here is Justin Trudeau, Canada's prime minister, taking a real tough stance on this bill. Take a listen.
I want to begin by taking a moment to condemn in the absolute strongest terms the despicable law put forward by the Ugandan government discriminating against the 2S LGBTQI+ community. This is something that Canada totally and completely stands against. We will be looking at how we can support the community in Uganda as we continue to stand for 2S LGBTQI+ rights in Canada and around the world. And we call upon all leaders, including all leaders around the world, but particularly Commonwealth leaders, to come out and clearly condemn this despicable piece of legislation.
Okay, that's Justin Trudeau. Nobody pays any attention to him. He's not relevant, and he's not powerful, and he's not scary. But I do want to say this. Why do we care? Why don't we mind our own business overseas? I don't understand this need. We need to all lock arms and make a comment on this. Let's be very clear. This bill was supported by nearly all of the 389 legislators present. This means that this is what they want for their society. Right? They don't want what we want for our society. Why does the Western sphere believe that we have the right to police the entire world? Why do they think that our values, or better yet said, our non-values, as I said earlier, we are now pushing towards indoctrinating children, need to be spread all across the world? It simply isn't our business. And I'll also comment on this. It is rich that Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House spokesperson, press secretary rather, decided to similarly echo the sentiment of Trudeau, really strong language, I would argue stronger language that she had to issue for this anti-gay trans legislation in Uganda, halfway across the world, than comments that she even made regarding the school shooting that happened on our own soil. They were just up in arms about this. But this is the same White House that's on its hands and knees begging OPEC to give us oil. Right? This is the same Biden. We won't pump it ourselves. So can you give us oil to have? The gas prices are way too high. Can you please give us energy? They don't seem to mind Saudi Arabia and all of the anti-gay pieces of legislation that they have. So when we need something, we ignore it. But then when we don't need something, we pretend to proselytize. We're suddenly so moral that we have to say something. Why do we care? We should mind our own business. So I want you guys to see this clip of their packed parliamentary chamber. Again, nearly all of the 389 legislators present voted in support of this bill. Take a listen.
In our country, we will have our morals. We will protect our children. And we are making this law. We are making this law for ourselves. Exactly. We are making this law for our children. We are making this law for the children of our children. This country will stand firm. And once it passed, I can tell you, Madam Speaker, we are going to reinforce the law enforcement officers to make sure that homosexuals have no space in Uganda.
That is strong language, and I want to make it clear. I don't support locking up homosexuals. I simply just do not support it. But what I will say is that when he says protecting our children, if there's one thing, and maybe they're putting in place this legislation because of the craziness that's happening in America, because if there is one thing that is true and we have proven in America is that the slippery slope is real, right? Oh, all we want is gay marriage. Please let it happen. Please. Oh, it's gay. It's love is love. Love is love. And then we pass it, and what happens? Are they satisfied? No. Oh, we forgot we have a few more letters to tack on. It wasn't just LGB Forgot to tell you about the T and the Q and the I and the A, and we need bathroom signs, and we need classrooms to reflect this indoctrination, and we need your children to know that they can pick their private parts. There seems to be no bottom. We're inching ever closer to wanting to warrant pedophilia, because that's where this is going to end up, and I'm going to be right about this, okay? So obviously that these perverts that are dressed up like little girls are obviously going to one day say, I am a little girl, therefore I can like little boys. Pedophilia is around the corner in America. So we are the other extreme, and Uganda is saying, we see you, we don't want that, we're going to go this way. We are going to criminalize homosexuality. This is what happens. There is nothing moderate. Everything becomes an extreme. Now, you guys, I want to say that this was the least surprising news ever to me, because one of the funniest videos that I've ever seen, and it is funny because it is a real news clip coming out of Uganda, is the one that I'm about to show you now. And what I'll say is, you are welcome. Take a listen.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Sure. Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good
having
morning.
me. Morning.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You are a transgender.
What shows that I'm gay?
You are a transgender, and
Yes,
you're
I
a
am.
gay rights activist and an outspoken lesbian, homosexual. How can I describe you? Now, we're looking at the raging debate. You're a gay rights activist. Why should someone be gay? You're having a girlfriend.
Yes.
Do you perform the natural obligations?
I'm not sexually active right now.
So what are
By
you doing with
choice.
this lady?
By choice.
By choice.
I've just not. I've chosen not to engage.
Doesn't that make you gay?
What do you mean? Doesn't that make me gay? I am male and attracted to a female.
So who is gay?
I think it's just the way he says gay. What are you gay? You are gay. Yeah, it's a long way from American culture. You couldn't imagine that taking place on CNN. You couldn't imagine Don Lemon saying, "What are you gay?" to somebody else. Well, actually, Don Lemon is obviously openly gay, but you get my point. You just can't even imagine. It's unfathomable. And I think that is one of the funniest interviews that's ever taken place, plausibly ever. So they are not on the American train. They are not playing alphabet soup over in Uganda. And we'll see, in terms of morality, who ends up better off, Uganda or America. We will pay attention to that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time that we have for today. You know that we have really exciting exclusive content coming up on Daily Wire Plus. Hopefully next week, I think, is when it begins. So be sure to click the link in the description and subscribe to Daily Wire Plus right now. Also, be sure to come back on Monday because there will be a brand new episode. See you guys then.
Good news, Nigeria, for over a decade now, we didn't pass the bill. And I was so happy with the president of Nigeria did not even approve it. The bill did not see the light of the day in Nigeria. It was cancelled. If they catch you practicing it, it's 25 years in prison. And they are very, very serious about it. People are practicing gay in Nigeria, but it's on a hush, hush, hush. You're practicing behind closed door. You did not come out and declare you are gay on gays. They're going hard on LGTB or whatever Nigeria. It's not even something to debate on. Like, see, America is losing it too much. America don't have any values again. Day by day, you guys are losing your value. And it's unfortunate. So many countries are looking up to you. So many countries, especially West Africa, they're looking up to you. Horrible trends. I don't even understand what happened to human values. Like, you guys are losing it on a daily, and it's not cool. Guys, hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. Please be at peace with yourself. Watch, like, and subscribe. See you on the next one. Bye bye.